Ну що, сьогодні продовжимо Hogwarts. Не знаю, що встигнемо. Ну, щось пройдемо. Давайте сплаваємо за мною. Потім ходимо дивитися, на що таке.
Grace, what is it you needed my help with?
I was hoping you could dive down and retrieve a treasured family astrolabe lost during a doomed stargazing cruise.
Окей, зараз попірнаємо, його знаходимо. Так, це в нас що таке? Астролябія? Нормальні в них розваги по нічах. Політ вже було. Ой, у нас є...
This must be where the Pinch Smedley family astrolabe is.
Ще щось є? Оце.
I should let Grace know that I found her family astrolabe.
Взагалі було прикольно, бо тут як в четвертій частині він пірнав на дно озера. Що це таке? А рибку можна співати, ні?
You didn't find the dive too terribly difficult.
Не складно, що вона не стрибає, це складно.
Hello, Grace. I followed your bearings on a dive in the Black Lake.
Oh, how incredible! Did you find the astrolabe?
Yep.
I did. I hope it makes your father happy.
It will. I can't wait to see his face. Thank you so much for doing this for me, and for my family. You do well to keep an eye out for more spots to dive. A diver of your caliber is certain to find all sorts of things down there. Thank you again. And I do hope you keep diving. You certainly have a knack for finding treasure.
В магічному світі дайвінг, це ж найголовніше. О, це квіддіч, прикольно. А окуляр для квіддічу нема. Клас. Що в нас тут? 33, о, 31 ще нема. Нічого собі. А, в нас вже 11 рівень. нас у 14.
It's like a place right out of a storybook.
Читаємо, що у нас там є. Експеліармуса ми його вивчили. Тоді давайте це вивчимо і підемо до гоблінців. Зі своїми
After
візочками.
what Ranrock did to that goblin banker at Gringotts, I shouldn't be surprised at what happened to Orn.
О. Поїхали.
Professor, I wondered, did you attend Hogwarts?
I did. I am a proud member of Ravenclaw House. Why do you ask?
I was curious as to how Hogwarts has changed over the years.
I see. Well, the castle itself, as I'm sure you have surmised, is full of surprises. I dare say more than the staircases change around here. I can tell you, however, that I did once admonish a certain Phineas Nigellus Black for enjoying a sugar quill during a lecture.
I hadn't realized that you and Professor Black were, students here together.
Appearances can be deceiving. You see, I was once wounded by time itself.
I'm not sure what that means, but it sounds horrible.
Ah, well, it was the risk I took with my prior position. You may or may not have heard that I was an unspeakable at the ministry for years.
An unspeakable. What does...
As you might suspect, I cannot speak about what we did. Suffice it to say, the job was not without its hazards. Now, I hope I've satisfied your curiosity for the moment.
You have. Thank you for speaking with me, Professor.
Keep up with your wand work. One must always be prepared for mischief, both inside and outside of the castle.
Треба було почекати. Дуже важлива механіка, яка дуже потрібна. Вона просто типу лягла під дверима класу.
I hope you were able to take care of everything I had asked you to.
Professor, I completely...
Pay close attention. The disarming charm may often be all you need to defeat the most powerful dark witches and wizards you might encounter. Spellcasting requires a focused mind and a steady wand.
Дивно якесь закляття.
Good work. The dummy is here if you wish to stay and
Це Експеліармус.
Expelliarmus!
You seem to keep practicing. Expelliarmus may save your life one day.
Що у нас 15 рівень?
I don't send them.
Що хто така?
Oh, my exam. There's more than at sea.
Так, ну що, тепер можна їхати.
Have you found
додому.
anything to...
Де голубінці?
After what Ranrock did to that goblin banker at Gringotts, I shouldn't be surprised at what happened to Orn.
Це не можемо позбирати.
Revelio! Leviosa! Here! Incendio!
Ого, скільки тут литків.
Leviosa! Incendio!
Щось всіх добив. Скільки їх? Що, все, ми зачистили цю штуку?
An encampment. This must be it. Looks as if there's more than one way to enter.
Все ж таки треба було зайти в аванпостик.
Up for a minute dying, are we?
How many of you are there?
You will regret coming in.
Who do you think you are?
You are postponing the inevitable.
I know what that
You don't know who you're playing with. Put me down. This shouldn't take long. You won't rest. I will make you.
Then for you. Is that the best you can do? No, that's embarrassing, isn't it? Really, it is. Are you quite finished? That must have been pitiful display. You're very weak. That was
Починає домажити ще до того, як
That was quite
стояв
something.
болот.
Now, to Freon's carts. Quite an enchantment. The carts are returning to Arn. Revelio. Revelio.
Май цієї фігні.
Revelio.
Так ми пройшли чи це випробування, чи ні? А, там ще одна є штука, точно, їх 3.
This looks tricky after all. Revelio.
Ще нічого немає. Дуже не вистачає метли.
Ron, I have good news. Your carts are on their way back.
I don't know what to say. Any hope I have of getting my belongings back was quickly fading. Ramrock's lot called me a fool for believing in the good in wizard kind. Thank you for proving them wrong.
The ones I faced were determined to make things difficult.
Oh, I'm glad you're all right. Oh, I can't wait to have my things back, especially my paints. You know, you've inspired me. I've been dealing with witches and wizards for years, and we've always got along just fine. Perhaps my next piece will be a tribute to all that is good between us.
What a nice idea, Ron. I wish you luck with it.
Oh, I can't wait to get started. Thank you again for all you've done.
Прикольно, чувак, відправив маленьку дівчинку до тролля. Так, що у нас ще є? О, це класна штука. Це ми не можемо пройти, в мене немає. А чи є? Я вже не пам'ятаю, де той портрет. Потім знайдемо. Ой, це довга, нудна штука. Їхали сюди. А, це ж та місія, яка унікальна у всіх.
I may be able to help you, if only you'd stop to speak with me.
Ні, ну взагалі прикольно. Ну все одно якось Слізерін мені більше подобається, ніж це. Чуватка витримка просто клас.
You wanted to see me, sir?
Indeed. Allow me to introduce myself. So few students know who I am these days. Eldrach Dігорі, former Minister for Magic and founder of the Aura recruitment program at your service. I believe you can help solve a decades-old murder, thanks to that book you found, and, in particular, its missing pages.
How do you know about the book? And the pages?
We portraits hear more than you might suspect, and most of us can keep a secret. So, what say you? Surely a Hufflepuff such as yourself would be inclined to help seek long overdue justice.
I'll do whatever I can.
Wonderful. I am pleased to have been right about you. My great-niece, Helen Thistlewood, can provide you with details. She's retired now, but was a skilled aura in her day. And the unsolved murder of which I speak was her case. I often visit my portrait in her home, in the nearby hamlet of Upper Hogsfield. Shall I tell her to expect you?
I shall go and see her right away.
Brilliant. With what I suspect is your knack for hard work and her keen mind, both mysteries may be solved sooner than you think. I shall see you there, soon I hope.
Ні, оце класно зроблено.
Revelio. Here.
On how horrifying Venice is. Why we're forced to engage with them in class instead of just reading about them is beyond me.
Що з тобою таке?
Revelio. Expelliarmus. Incendio. Revelio.
Кухня вони ще не можуть заходити? Куди нам? Верхній світ. Ага. Ого. Це ж чорт іде. Так, а коли там мітла відкривається?
There ever been a vampire worth knowing?
Хоч би велосипед дали якийсь.
Incendio. Here. Revelio.
Блін, прикольно в магічному світі типу.
This place has
що-
seen better days. Revelio. Revelio.
А, замочки ж теж відкрити. Тут не треба.
This must be the place Minister Diggory mentioned. Helen lives around here somewhere.
Roundrock's loyalists are a menace. What can be done?
Це що таке? Ого, скільки тут є.
Shane Bardolph thought dark magic was the answer. I reckon Rookwood's played a hand in his...
Here you are. I'm pleased to see you took my advice.
Madam Thistlewood, I met your great-uncle in his portrait in my common room. He sent me to speak to you.
I'm pleased you came. Uncle Eldritch believes the book you found and its missing pages may be relevant to an unsolved case from my time as an aura.
Very well. I'm listening.
Decades ago, a student named Richard Jackdaw disappeared after going to meet a girl named Anne. They never found his body. When his headless ghost appeared briefly in Hogsmeade, wholly unaware of how he died, Anne was convicted of his murder and sent to Azkaban. It was in large part due to the testimony of a girl called Apollonia Black. Jealous of Anne, I think.
Що,
That
Азкабан
sounds
буде?
terrible, but I'm not sure how I can help.
Anne's alibi was somewhat labyrinthine. She said Jackdaw promised her adventure following a map he found on some pages he'd stolen from Peeves.
And you think Peeves ripped those pages from the book I found in the restricted section?
If my great-uncle is to be believed, yes. At least that's what the portraits at Hogwarts suspect. Anne insisted that Jackdaw had asked her to follow the map with him, but only after she solved a series of puzzles he'd prepared. Odd way to woo a girl. She swears she never even solved the first puzzle, so they didn't meet. Jackdaw's ghost vanished almost as soon as he appeared. Without Jackdaw's puzzle, pages, or remains, Anne was sent to Azkaban based solely on Apollonia's spurious testimony.
I don't understand. What can I do to help?
I believe Anne may have solved the first puzzle by now, but after spending time in Azkaban, she's a shadow of her former self. She won't speak to anyone she doesn't trust, and she trusts no one. If you, a student with a connection to the pages, like Jackdaw had, spoke to Anne, she might reveal new information.
Це супер логічний план.
What a
Перше
horrible
ліпше
story.
дитина з Хогвартсу і
If you think I can help,
справа розкрита.
I'll come with you.
This is wonderful news. You are to be commended for your kindness and bravery. Fortunately, being a retired Auror has its benefits. We can apparate right to her. I've escorted ministers, professors, and many others to that blasted place. Never a student, I'll admit, but I will keep you safe.
Very well. Let's go.
Steady yourself. We'll apparate together. Don't worry, I've never splinched anyone.
Do take care now, and tread lightly in that horrible place.
We'll be there in but a moment.
Так що ми реально в Азкабан полетимо? Клас. Серйозно,
That ought to
зайчик.
keep them at bay for now. Though, be aware, you may feel a wave of despair. It will pass.
Так, а нам
Thank
можна
you for the
потрогатися?
warning.
This really is a dismal place, but we'll be out of here soon enough. Now follow me. Mind your step.
I never thought I'd see the inside of Azkaban for myself.
Nasty Dementors. Not even I could convince the Ministry to send them off. There's no need for such monsters.
Що ви, пацани?
Careful around, Anne. She's been here a lot longer than the rest of us.
If I had my wand, I'd cast Crucio on the lot of you.
Це що? Лестридж? Чи як їх там звуть? О, нам сюди.
You don't scare me, young cur.
Ну, я підійду, не бійся. Так і що, ми з ним нічого не можемо зробити?
That witch you're with has a dark cloud over her. I can feel it.
Who's there?
Ти що, тут не секретик,
Let
тут нічого
me
не
further!
виконує?
No one at school's going to believe this.
В чому
Now
проблема?
remember, Anne has been here a long time. The Dementors aren't kind. Have patience and speak to her quietly and respectfully.
Are you Anne?
Who's there? Who speaks to me? Is that death finally come for me?
Так вона
I'm
всього
a
10 років
student
сидить. Вона
from
була
Hogwarts. I
школяркою.
found the book that you said would exonerate you.
Ah, the book, the book. No one would look. None of the mages found the pages. Methinks the feckless knave meandered to his cave. My fate was surely sealed in upper Hoggyfield.
Are you saying that the missing pages are in a cave? Near Upper Hogsfield?
Hogsfield, ruins house, a vault concealed.
A vault? In some ruins? Near Upper Hogsfield? I suppose it can't hurt to look.
Can't hurt to look, can't hurt to look. Go find the pages from your book. Helen, know you're here. Come in closer, be a dear.
What is it, Anne?
You're hurt.
Go. The cave. You're safe now. You have what you need. I'll be all right once I get...
Полежи, відпочинь. Грязі цю правильно.
But Madame Thistlewood, all right, I'll find it. I'll find Jackdaw's cave. This could prove dangerous if I'm not careful.
Блін, нам без спелів якихось нормально.
Revelia.
Тобі покарано.
Revelia.
Щемощ.
This must be the place Anne told me about. No one's been here for ages. Revelia!
Ну да, дійсно, я ж взагалі цю печеру, ну як її можна знайти? Ну, просто, ну як? От дорога, от печера, ну дійсно, хто б її знайшов? Ой. Це що?
Revelia.
А, це загадка якась.
Revelia. Accio. Incendio. Accio.
Так, а що, підказочку нам дасте якусь?
Revelia. Accio. Ah, I see how this goes. Revelia. Accio. You couldn't outwit me, Jackdaw. Now, where's the clue you left behind?
дивному.
A note from Jackdaw. Anne never found it. So how did he die? Was she to blame at all?
Could it be? Has someone solved my puzzle after all these years? Well done indeed. Richard Jackdaw, at your service.
The Richard Jackdaw? I heard you disappeared years ago. You have some explaining to do.
I do? That was my puzzle you solved. What are you doing here?
A retired aura, Helen Thistlewood, told me about a map you stole from Peeves, and then Anne told me about a cave.
You saw Anne? Broke my heart. I had to go on without her. Probably best for her in the end. Dare I ask? How is she?
Супер в Азкабані сидить чоловік.
She was imprisoned in Azkaban for your murder. I fear the Dementors have taken an irreversible toll on her.
What? Azkaban? Oh, poor Anne. I had no idea. I thought she'd written me off. I've been traveling the world for years to mend my broken heart. I came back here only recently, on a whim. I must speak to the aura you mentioned and see how I can help Anne.
I'm glad to hear it. Before you go, would I still be able to find the pages with the map Helen mentioned?
I'm almost certain I dropped them in the cave the moment I was beheaded. They're bound to be mouldering away with the rest of me. Tell you what, meet me at the edge of the Forbidden Forest, and I'll show you precisely where to find them.
Thank you. I need to find those pages, to help a friend.
I shall see you there.
Ну, насправді за Гриффіндор найприкольніший квест. За Слізерін він просто йде в печеру, вб'є там жабку і все. За когтів ран не пам'ятаю, що там було. А, в тикві він, здається, шукає. Чи щось таке. У Гриффіндора там був безголовий нік. Щось таке. У 800 метрів.
Revelio.
Мені дуже
Here I
подобається,
am,
як вони
as good as
відпочили,
my
просто
word.
як собака впала, заснула нормально. Ти хочеш, мабуть.
We meet again, Richard Jackdaw.
I suppose I shouldn't be surprised to see you. It would take the patience of a Hufflepuff to track down these pages.
Well said. Now, where do we go from here?
Follow me. I shall lead you as far as I can, but I fear I may remain a tad reluctant to revisit the scene of my demise. Keep your eyes open for a bird bath. When you find it, say intramuros. I think it's Latin. Or Greek. As you can imagine, I never paid much attention in school. Shall we?
Aside from the bird bath, anything else I should look for?
Indeed. A few landmarks, a stone bridge, a waterfall, and, if I recall, a lake. You'll see.
You've been very helpful. Thank you.
Surprising how much of this is, rather unfortunately, coming back to me. Yes. You know, the closer we get, the more I'm remembering. Probably best I leave you to it. Simply stick to the path and keep a sharp eye out for that.
О, так ми потім туди підемо розважатися.
Adieu. Is that Latin? Or Greek?
Все, до побачення.
Keep going.
Так що з тобою ми поговорилися?
Expelliarmus! Accio! Incendio! Expelliarmus! Levioso! Accio! Incendio! Expelliarmus! Incendio! 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 Incendio!
The waterfall. For a thief, Jackdaw's surprisingly as good as his word.
Revelio.
Something oddly solemn about this place. Such regal creatures, stags.
Там, де Ботор побачив Патронуса, чи ні?
Revelio.
Чи то іншого звуку?
There it is, just as Jackdaw Intramuros.
Aren't you a little far from home?
Ranrock knew you'd eventually lead us to whatever it is you're hiding.
This is where you fail.
What an unfortunate disappointment! Let's forgive it. I feel as though you're not surprised. But this is sad. Really, it is. Avenge your death.
No risk those loyalists will report back to Ranrock now. Let's see where Jackdaw has led me.
Час відхилимося, підемо.
I wonder how big this place is. Revelio. Someone didn't want casual visitors down here.
Яка краса нас чекає попереду.
I wonder if any of my spells will help me through this. Revelio. Another puzzle. Well, if Jackdaw could solve this, so can I. That platform ought to be able to float straight to me. thought Jackdaw would have been interested in this loot. There's no sign of him. Revelio. Not a headless skeleton in sight, but I may as well help myself to this.
Що це за право? Що, ну ще якийсь нормальний лут? О, 38, 34. Ну так нормально ще й прокачали трошечки. Супер. Дуже класна шуба. Давайте з хомяком побігемо. Так, а де третій?
Revelio. Remarkable.
Не, ладно, це класно. Тут ж, мабуть, буде якийсь суперпавучок, якого ми будемо.
It's a good thing Jackdaw didn't fall down there.
Нагору не можу доступити. Чи ми звідси прийшли?
Revelio. An untouched chest. Jackdaw wasn't very thorough in his search of this cave.
ти стрибаєш? Це покластиться за собою.
I'd have thought Jackdaw would have been interested in this loot. There's no sign of him. Not my fault you're a deadly great spider.
Ну, що мені не подобається, те, що деякі штуки треба F-кою брати, деякі магічною паличкою, воно так тут... Не дуже прикольно зроблено. Робили б уже все чи на кнопку, чи на впаличку.
Not a headless skeleton in sight, but I may as well help myself to this.
Що у нас тут?
Revelio.
Що тут?
There it is. The bridge, it's almost complete. More spiders! These can't be what the heavy bridge was just. Accio! Incendio! Leviosa! Incendio!
Це неприємно.
Incendio! Expelliarmus! Leviosa! Accio! Incendio! Expelliarmus! Leviosa! Accio! Expelliarmus! Farewell, monster. I can only imagine how my spiders have multiplied since Jackdaw came into them. Revelio.
Бачу, перетягнувся.
I'm glad Richard Jackdaw left a little something behind for me, but
Ну, це те, що комірки заповнені, мені теж не подобається інколи. Що можемо викинути?
I'll need to look around for the symbol.
Це перше випробування чи ні?
I must be getting closer to Jackdaw's remains. And those pages. We meet again, Richard Jackdaw. Thank you for keeping these pages safe all these years.
Мочі прикольно.
Here it is. The map that brought your doom, Jackdaw.
Ну, тут це ясно.
Is there something beyond this room? Protego! Expelliarmus! Accio! Incendio! Levioso! That's unnerving. What's happening? I've seen this before. In Gringotts and the restricted section. The room's starting to flood. How am I being protected? What sort of magic is this? I can only hope this magic protects me until I'm able to make my way out of here. What is this place? Revelio.
can it be?
Revelio. It's you.
Has someone finally found our map chamber?
I recognize you from the Pensives. You're Professor Rackham.
I am indeed. I must confess that I am surprised to see someone so young standing before me.
I'm the same age that you and Isadora Morganach were when you started at Hogwarts.
You've paid attention. And might I presume you share our ability?
To see traces of ancient magic? Yes, sir, I do.
As you have likely realized by now, our ability gives us a unique relationship with all forms of magic. We can access expressions of magic that few others can. Opportunities will arise that allow you to sharpen this rare talent. Do not squander them.
I won't, Professor. Thank you.
We have much to discuss. But first, a map found in a certain book led you here. Place the book on the pedestal.
I don't have the book with me, sir.
That is unfortunate. I'm afraid we must pause our conversation until you return with the book.
Very well. I'll retrieve the book right away.
Good. We shall speak again once the book is in place.
О, нарешті. Поїхали. Так хоч ми зможемо нормально, хоч трошки піддамажити і... Ці ж тут ці... Все, супер Соніка взяли.
Revelio. I found the pages and the map chamber. Why would I need the book?
Щас дайте швиденько щось на неї накинемо. Що на певних рівнях треба постійно щось на себе натягати. Так, тут сюди.
Revelio. I'm back at Hogwarts. I wonder when Professor Fig will be back. I did promise him I wouldn't neglect my studies while he was away. Suppose I have enough to distract myself with till he returns with the book.
І класти на ключі у нас теж. Так, а що нам треба зробити? О, урок польотів, все, біжимо туди швидко.
You need to learn to pose.
Revelio.
Charm. Useful for pushing objects or adversaries away. Complete the required tasks and meet me in my classroom.
I'm truly sorry. I didn't mean... Leave me.
Revelio.
Що в нас є там по формі, по нашій політній? Ага, форму для квіддічу в нас немає. Школи. Окулярів для квіддічу теж немає в нас. Мені дуже подобається її відпочинок.
Everybody grab a broom and we shall get started.
Нарешті метла.
Mr. Clopton, your attention, please.
Sorry, Madam Kagawa.
Everyone, please welcome a new student to our flying class. The goal of today is to remind all of you how to maneuver on a broomstick safely, as broom flight is, first and foremost, a means of transportation. This, I fear, some of you have forgotten. Diving, rolling, and loop-the-loops will not be taught or in fact tolerated in this class. We'll leave that to professional Quidditch players, like the Toyohashi Tengu. Not a fan, I take it? Now, let's see how well everyone kept up with their practice over the summer holidays. For those who need a refresher, step up to your broom, say up firmly and clearly, then kick your leg over and rest your weight on the seat. Up! Thank you. Now, your turn.
Up! Up! Up, you stupid ratty school broom!
Get over here.
Up!
One leg over, so there's a leg on each side. None of that side saddle nonsense. A gust of wind will throw you right off. And if you hear my whistle while you're in flight, ground yourself at once. Good. Now, for your first lesson, fly through each ring in the courtyard.
Wish I had my
Do
own
take
room.
care. The brooms are school property. I want them returned in one piece. Well done. Now that you're acclimatized to your broom, let's see how well you manage with a more advanced exercise, shall we? This next set of rings will take you around the grounds for more of a challenge.
What have you?
Hello. Nice day for a flight.
This is rather fun.
Ah, the old boathouse. Wish you could have experienced crossing the lake as a first year. Whoa, our aquatic resident likes to make an appearance once in a while.
That wasn't too bad.
I say, I watched you fly through those rings. You seem to handle yourself on that dusty school broom well enough. I'd imagine you're ready for something a bit more challenging. But I'm getting ahead of myself. We haven't properly met. I'm Everett Clopton. Am I right in suspecting that a Hufflepuff like you might be interested in some high-flying fun?
Can't say no to that. What did you have in mind?
A bit of a detour, so to speak. Follow me. The tour is about to begin. Follow closely now. Right now, we're flying over the Transfiguration Courtyard. Loveliest. Let's hope the headmaster isn't having tea by the window today. Nice to get above it all, isn't it? Ahead of the gardens, the Hufflepuff common room windows just peek out. Bit claustrophobic for my taste.
How is Everett flying so quickly?
Here's something handy to know. Lean forward for a burst of speed. Helpful if you need to escape a tricky situation.
Now that's more like it.
You sure you're not part hippogriff? There's the famous bridge. Think of all the magic holding it up. I mean, look at it. And the owlery. That's a bit of solid architecture, isn't it?
Flying dips and a jaunt around Hogwarts. This is quite the tour, Everett.
That's Kagawa's whistle. This concludes our tour. Best hurry back. Looks like we've already dismissed class. Better hurry and hand in our brooms. Dismount here.
And where have you two been?
Oh, hello, Professor. We were trying to get a bit of extra practice in.
Hefty points will be taken from each of you for not following my instructions. Mr. Clopton, I am disappointed in you. You're in this class because you're still not showing yourself, or frankly, your broom the proper respect.
But, Professor...
Enough. Class is finished for the day. As for you, you do well to use better judgment in the future. Chin up. That was some rather good flying.
Sorry about that business with Kagawa, but you have to admit those views were worth it.
It was worth losing a few house points for that detour.
You seem at home on a broom. Bet if you had a fancy model, you could fly laps around Imelda. She's Kagawa's favorite. I could show her a thing or two if I had my own broom. Hate having to return the school broom after class.
Perhaps I'll have to purchase a broom then.
If you can, you should. Wish I could. I recommend visiting Albie Weeks at Spintwitches in Hogsmeade. He's always looking to test new models. I'll keep an eye out for you in the sky.
Окуляри тут дуже дивні всі. Давайте таку ботанічку зробимо. Так, а що там в нас ще є? О, депульси. Депульси це прикольна штука. Господи, ще зілля це потім. Кімната на вимогу теж нам потрібна. От в кімнату на вимогу і підемо. Конфрігу нам ще дають так швидко. Що ж таке? Я хочу розвернути, а постійно скидаю.
I've not forgotten about our library venture. How did you fare? If you're keen for some illicit spell practice, meet me outside the Defense Against the Dark Arts classroom. I know a discreet place near there.
Please meet me in the 7th floor corridor as soon as you can. I have an idea for somewhere you can focus on your studies, away from prying eyes and distractions.
Знайшов, давай, поїхали.
Professor Weasley? Somewhere away from prying eyes.
Forgive me. The headmaster stopped me and I... Merlin's beard. I see you've wasted no time. Well done.
Прикольно, що нам дається все з першої спроби, просто
Shall
підійшли,
we?
двері відкрили.
After you, Professor.
На метлу перший раз сіли, все пролетіло. Клас.
What is this place?
This is the Room of Requirement. It only appears when one is in real need of it. Ordinarily, a student might stumble upon this room entirely by accident. If ever. I'd only planned to suggest to you how to find it by walking past that bit of wall, focusing on what you need. But you've managed to reveal the room on your own. While I'm here, we should take advantage of the moment. Now, where is Deke? He must have sneaked past and gone ahead.
Deke, Professor?
The house elf I was speaking to in my classroom your first day. Thought he might help you use the room once you found it. No chance I'm clambering over this mess. This presents the perfect opportunity to teach you Evanesco, the vanishing spell. You can cast Evanesco to vanish certain objects, such as these chairs and other things here in the room. I suggest you practice the wand movements first, then you can clear the chairs away. Splendid. Cast Evanesco on those chairs. Excellent work. You'll note that you are now in possession of Moonstone. We shall discuss its uses later. Let's move on.
Revelio.
Where in Merlin's name is that elf? Is that... Goodness. My old school bag. I wondered where that had got to. I can't believe it's still here. I'll just take a quick look at this. Give you an opportunity to explore on your own until you locate Deke.
Yes, Professor. Revelio.
Dear me. Can't you keep it down? Some of us are trying to rest.
Hope this isn't as precarious as it looks.
An intruder! Stop them! No, not... that's not helpful, you worthless pile of tin!
Incendio! Revelio. How does anyone other than a house elf manage to get around in here? Reparo. What was that? Was that a golden snitch?
Perhaps you should summon your wits and find out.
Incendio.
Шкода, що... Так, а мені куди?
Revelio.
Я забуваю, як цю штуку відкрити. Може, не забуваю.
Leviosa.
А, ні, сьогодні не можу.
Revelio.
Мабуть, все ж таки спочатку треба було вивчити типу.
Leviosa. Leviosa. I hope that house elf can find us in here.
Yikes! Careful!
Huh? Oh, there you are. Wait right there. Deek will come to you. Hello.
Ah, Deke, we've been looking for you.
Apologies, Professor Weasley. Deek was looking through some of what's appeared in the room since Deek was last here. Is this the student?
Indeed it is.
Deek is honored to meet you.
Deke has been a friend since I was a second year. We discovered this room together. I mentioned you to Deke. We believe that you might be able to benefit from this room like I did. Deke, would you be so kind?
Of course, Professor Weasley. The Room of Requirement will always be equipped for the Seeker's needs. It's unplottable, so won't appear on any map. Most happen upon it by accident, if ever.
Deep-seen students in need of an extra file for potions stumble upon the room filled with them. You seem to have accessed it in its form as the Room of Hidden Things.
I was thinking about needing a place away from prying eyes. Brilliant.
Oh, that explains it then.
What I need specifically is a place where I can catch up on my schoolwork without distraction.
Well then, the room can provide you with precisely that. Now, it's time to focus on what you need. Just close your eyes. Imagine the room precisely as you need it. The room will do the rest.
You've given yourself quite a canvas to work with. I look forward to seeing what you do with the space. Ah, and it seems the room has provided you with a desk of description. Excellent. It can identify unfamiliar items of clothing. One should always understand the effects of anything in which one is clothed. You'll find plenty of items of clothing that need to be identified. The desk will be an invaluable resource.
This will be more useful when I have something to identify. I imagine the desk of description will come in handy.
It will. I hope you'll take advantage of it. Now, I'll give you a brief lesson in conjuring. The room might not provide everything you need on its own.
Conjuring?
Yes, the magic of creating or conjuring objects. I'll teach you. Very good. When conjuring more complex objects, you'll need what's called a spellcraft. Spellcrafts are like recipes. They list the ingredients or resources needed to conjure a particular object. You should have acquired some for a potion station and potting table from tomes and scrolls in Hogsmeade.
I did. Where can I find the resources I need?
While resources such as moonstone can be obtained throughout the Highlands, it's much safer and easier to purchase them. They can also be collected by vanishing objects in the room, such as the chairs you vanished earlier. In fact, you should have enough resources for now.
I see. Can I regain resources by vanishing something I've already conjured?
You can indeed. Quite perceptive. Why don't you give it a try? Go ahead and conjure the potion station and potting table. You should find both familiar, since they'll resemble the ones you already used to study magical plants and brew potions in class.
Що вона там хоче? Стіл? Мусимо бути на стороні щось.
Well done. You can use these whenever you need to brew potions or grow plants. Presuming, of course, you've collected any seeds or potion ingredients you need in Hogwarts or outside the castle grounds. Deke will be here to answer any questions you may have. Do not underestimate his insights.
I will be sure to speak with Deke if I need anything. Thank you.
Good luck. I shall linger a bit longer in case you'd like to learn another transfiguration spell for use in the room.
I'm ready for the next lesson, Professor.
Very well. First, you'll need to gather some moonstone. You can acquire it by vanishing items here in the Room of Requirement, or you can gather it carefully outside of the Hogwarts grounds. Return to me once you've gathered enough, and we shall begin the lesson.
I have the moonstone you requested, Professor.
Good. Then we may begin your lesson. You can conjure more than potions and herbology tables. Conjuration can be used to decorate this space to your liking. Why don't you try it on the walls and floor?
Це ще закрито у нас.
Good work. Shall we move on?
I've conjured everything I can. What's next, Professor?
I think you're ready to take on alteration. The altering spell will allow you to customize any conjured item. You can change the colors, patterns, and styles of your furniture to suit your taste. Let's get started, shall we? Watch closely as I demonstrate how to perform the altering spell. Just aim your wand at any conjured item and perform the altering. To customize it.
А чого це все закрито?
I have some questions about alteration, Professor.
Yes?
Thank you, Professor. I have no more questions.
I'll be here if you need anything else. Nicely done. Now you're ready for something a little more advanced. You can use the altering spell directly on the room's architecture. Try these new designs on the floor or balcony. Try aiming at the floor or along the Your space might benefit from a bit of ambiance. What do you think? Deke, would you mind?
Of course, Professor Weasley. Professor Weasley showed Deke this bit of magic some years ago. Deke thinks he'll enjoy it. Come and talk to Deke when you're ready.
Professor Weasley said I should ask you about changing the room's ambience.
Of course. What sort of overall look most appeals to you?
I would like the room to feel as if it's being lit by the moon.
Oh, sounds perfect.
Quite a difference. Of course, you needn't keep this style if you don't like it. You can always ask Deke to change it back. Now you have learnt a good bit about alteration.
Thank you, Professor. The room is full of possibilities.
Indeed. No matter how much time I spend here, the room always manages to surprise me. An even bigger space.
How did that happen?
The room equips itself to your needs. It must have sensed that you needed more space to practice spellcasting. If you'd like to customize the space further, you can use these spellcrafts. You'll find more of them both inside and outside the school.
Thank you, Professor. I shall keep an eye out.
Good. I'll leave you to it. This is your space now. Use it wisely.
Most excellent.
I'd like to ask you about changing the room's ambience.
Of course. What sort of overall look most appeals to you?
I'd like the room to be warm and comfortable, as if I'm floating inside a mug of butterbeer.
Oh, sounds perfect.
Що, я думаю, що на сьогодні достатньо. Завтра ще побігаємо, по щось повідкриваємо. Все, тоді до завтра.